So we are here for the third edition of the Merrell Mammoth Woodridge Adventure Race. And I think there's going to be some nice surprises out there for them. There's one or two spots of a little bit tricky navigation, but overall I think it's an extremely fun route. So the first leg of the race is a little trek along the Elands River. The teams are going to be starting this in the dark, so what is easy in the daylight is definitely going to be more difficult at night.
Oh, that was something, eh?
Yeah?
Gave me a good introduction to adventure racing. Yeah, steepy, we got stuck in some thick bush.
We came straight up,
Yeah.
and we have to go that way first and then catch this road again.
No, it's a big hike, but I don't think it's going to be difficult in there. Our third team, Team Smell Factory, come through with the right beta. They have found the hiker bike up the ridgeline. I think they'll be the first to the top of the mountain and into Longmore Forest.
The second leg of the 120 kilometer race is a cycle leg, and it starts off with a brutal hiker bike. It's going to be very difficult pushing their bikes up some of the sections, up into the back of Longmore Forest. Once they're in Longmore, it flattens out a little bit, as flat as Longmore can be. After making their way through Longmore Forest, they're going to hit the 3 river trails, and they've got the most incredible downhill sections flowing, and they'll hopefully just forget that they're racing for a moment and just enjoy the downhills and enjoy the beautiful views. They eventually make their way out into the tar. They're going to go through the Old Van Stadens Pass towards Woodridge. So leg 3 for the 120 kilometer race is also leg 1 for the 60 kilometer race. The 120k guys are going to drop into Van Stadens Valley, where they'll traverse the river and then slowly make their way up the most gorgeous kloof, picking up a few CPs along the way.
So we are currently in a little kloof just behind Woodridge that we had no idea existed in Yellowwoods. Here's Partridge doing some scrambling. He's been crushing some quite steep climbs. As you can see, a bit of a vertical one there. The little exposed one we did earlier. We had a route race option where there was a left steep shorter kloof and a right longer less steep one. Chose the left steeper one, hoping that we'll get out of it quicker and be faster, but we'll see. Hopefully we don't get clipped out.
Good, beautiful in the shade. Enjoying this time in nature, eh?
You've lived in Torture for how many years now?
14 years.
And is this the first time you're coming up this cliff?
It's the first time I've been in this cliff. Eh?
Pumped!
Loving it.
This cliff section was certainly one of the highlights of the race. A cliff that has barely been explored, even by local enthusiasts. It was technical, it was steep, both options were extremely beautiful.
I was just wondering if they're way out this way out.
I don't know.
Ask these questions.
I'm thinking that's the shorter way.
Yeah?
Seems to clear out there.
Yeah, it clears out quickly that way. Eh? But
Yeah,
they're
you
taking
get to
this
the
long
top
way now. Because if you go right here, that's a long way. Look how long you're going to carry out. And this way you go short and then clear, and then you're next to the fence, and then you can go.
Coming out of the cliff, our race was neck and neck with Team Smell Factory in the lead, song lines close behind them. Next up was a compulsory swim checkpoint, which was an awesome opportunity for the youngsters and a lot of our competitors on the 25 kilometer route to compete alongside some of the best in the race.
We saw zebras, we saw, what are the tall ones? Giraffes. Saw the bookies with the white face, one of the longhorns.
Wildlife and some tricky nav between here and the abseil.
There's a little single track down to the abseil that just opens up with the most amazing clearing and an incredible pool at the bottom. The team from Valley Crag are there on site to make sure that every single athlete that goes down the rope is safe, secure, and enjoys the experience.
First time abseiling. And how are you feeling?
Very nervous, but I mean, after what we've been through, I think okay.
We turned, you know, after checkpoint 10.
The dam at the top of the hill.
We turned early.
Yeah, everybody did that.
We were 2 hours there before you arrived.
When athletes leave transition 3, they're going to make their way down to the Maitlands beach where they're going to pick up a beach CP, and then they're going to be forced to do 3 kilometers on their bikes on hopefully hard sand because it's low tide.
The section of beach coming up to Maitlands really shows how beautiful and diverse an area we're racing in today.
From there, they make their way through the Maitlands Reserve, up and over into the Maitlands Mines. The Maitlands Mines is an incredible location with 3 little mines on it that the athletes will have to go in and go quite deep in some places to go retrieve 3 checkpoints.
I'm not coming in, I'm too scared. My hero.
You got it! Y'all can hear you. Did you get it?
Oh, thank goodness. Well done, my friend.
Now that the athletes have finished their last trek leg, they're going to get on their bikes and they're going to make their way up and over to the paddle. The boats will be waiting at the back of the dam where they'll jump in and pick up 2 CPs, one on the dam wall and one up a little creek, and then slowly make their way back to the boat put in / put out, where their bikes will be waiting and they can get back on their bikes and continue cycling.
Paddle at the end of the day, eh? What else was something in the paddle bag?
A huge congratulations to every team that completed the course, long or short. Everyone's journey absolutely inspirational and so many smiles across the finish line. Incredible to see. A huge shout out to all our sponsors, specifically Merrell, who's been with us from the beginning and is a true believer in adventure racing. Without the help of these sponsors, the race simply wouldn't exist.